So I realized why I failed at 10 different businesses. Over the last 10 years, over the course of my entrepreneurship, I've started and stopped 10 different businesses. And some probably even more than that, but some maybe only even lasted like a day or so. But I've started and stopped 10 different businesses. And I say they failed because they probably ended up costing me more than they made. The only business that somewhat was a success is the business that I still have, which is Jaywalk Media, my short form content agency. That one, like the startup cost versus how much money I've made and still making is pretty lucrative. You know, it's a short form content agency, and you know, we've had months where we made $10,000, and you know, $8,000 to $7,000 of that is profit, but you know, taxes, whatever, blah blah blah. But yeah, I realized why I failed at so many businesses is because, well, there's a handful of things, but the main thing is I started these businesses off of excitement. Like, I got excited, I got motivated, and I just pulled the trigger and went for it. And I think that is great if you're ambitious and young. But as I've gotten older, because I'm 31 now, as I've gotten older, you got to be more calculated when you're doing a business. You got to actually run the numbers. You got to do some simple math and make sure that the business is actually going to make sense for your financial situation. And for me, like, my first business was a clothing brand. It was called Lightyear. I did it when I was 19. I made t-shirts, and that business, it felt like a success in the beginning because I was working at I was working at like a clothing brand, a local clothing brand, and they had a warehouse, and I was able to print t-shirts using their direct-to-garment printer. I was able to trade off labor to use the printer. So that was like the hack with that situation. And then I was using their wholesale account to buy my blanks. So I was buying my blanks with their wholesale account and using their printer and working in the warehouse, trading off hours of labor to have access to the printer. So I got the free ink, the use the printer, and then I was just selling them to my homies, you know? Like, I was in college, I had a pretty big social circle at the time. I was just like selling t-shirts, and this is like 2013 type shit. This is like 2013, so I'm selling them. People are like, oh yeah, Lightyear. This is honestly, in my memories, this is like my peak era of clout. And you could even ask my friends to today, they still ask me about it. And that was like kind of the beginning of entrepreneurship for me. I remember there was one time where I was printing t-shirts, and I stayed up for 48 hours straight just off pure enthusiasm, just making t-shirts, making designs. And I was still living in Fresno, and then I moved to LA, and I wanted to start it, you know, like any other like dreamer. I'm gonna go to LA and start this clothing brand. And then moving to LA, that just shut that down. I had to get used to I had to get used to a new city, new people, no connections. My dream died. I let it die. And you know, I just did that. But through the course of that, I started and stopped. From that point on, I would go on for the next decade to start and stop businesses and invest money. And all of it is because I was going off of momentum. And with the businesses that I had that failed, I didn't build any systems. A business is a system. It's a system of having a product, marketing it, having operation, having sales, all these different aspects to where it's systematized and you can predictably make a certain amount of money with your product or service. So my short form content agency, it's been lucrative because I actually have a system, you know? I have a customer acquisition system where I know how to find customers, whether it's running ads or doing cold outreach and stuff like that. And then I have a sales structure to when I'm bringing on a new client, I go through this XYZ process of onboarding them and stuff. And by the way, my short form content agency is nothing special. It's really just a glorified job that I've created for myself. And it's very unstable because it's just me and my wife that run it. Unstable. It's just me and my wife that run it. And I want to transition out of that and become a full-time content creator. That's why I'm making these videos. That's why I'm showing up to the camera every single day, and that's why I'm here right now. But I just had a realization yesterday is I failed at business because I was going off of momentum. You can't go off of momentum. You got to go off discipline. If you're going to start a business, you need to show up every day until it works. That might be 10 years. You can't throw in the towel. If it's something that you truly believe in, you got to play the long game, and you got to be willing to kind of eat shit until it works out. See, me, I gave up way too quickly. And that's why it didn't work. But holy shit, this guy's like in the middle of the street on his bike trying to get killed. I gave up way too quickly. I had no perseverance, and I had too much expectations. You know, I was starting these businesses, and my expectations is that they would make me a certain amount of money, and that's just not how you can approach a business in the early stages. You got to be willing to, you got to have your financial, you got to have your nest egg. Hold on, did this stop? Hold on, y'all still with me? Oh yeah, we're still good. You got to have your nest egg, like your job or whatever, and you got to put the money that you have left over back into the business. And whatever money the business makes, you can't just live off of it. Then your business will run into the ground. That's also the mistake I was making. I made my first business, Lightyear Clothing. I saved up $4,000 from selling t-shirts, and then I moved to LA and I lived on it for 2 months, and it was gone, just like that. No capital to reinvest and buy more t-shirts, no capital to go and find places to print or anything like that. Just young, dumb shit. But now I'm not as young, and I feel like I'm not as dumb. So I have a little bit more wisdom, and I'm much more cautious. So my plan with this channel is to just be myself, honestly, and just talk to you guys and get comfortable here. Get comfortable with doing this, just as I'm doing right now. And I know I don't even have any expectations. In time, I know this will provide some type of value, and I know if I just show up every day and keep being consistent, I will make some progress, you know. And I'm on the way to the gym right now, about to sip on this pre-workout. But if you're someone out there like me that has tried and failed at all these different things, it's really not a bad thing, because me starting and stopping all those different businesses, I used to think like, damn, I'm such a failure. Like, I'm 31 years old, I'm in debt, I have all these failing businesses. But then I flipped the script in my mind, and I started to tell myself, no, that's not failures. Those are just your ways of learning. Like, I learned so many different skills with the first clothing brand, or with the first clothing brand. That's when I learned how to do graphic design. And maybe I wasn't some expert designer, but I learned how to design, export for print, you know, CMYK instead of RGB type stuff, and just finding Pantones and just calibrating a design for an actual print. And then I'll list off some of the businesses I've started in between. I did this was like halfway. I've had multiple clothing brands. I had another clothing brand recently. It was called Brothers on Earth, which I still plan on launching. But I want to make sure I build up my personal brand before I go into clothing brand, because it's a lot. I'm passionate about streetwear and stuff like that, but it's not a one-man job, and I need partners. I need people to be on board with me. But sorry, I'm going on a tangent. But yeah, from the first clothing brand, I learned how to design. And then another business I made was like asset packs. Yeah, it was pre-made asset packs, and I kind of forced myself to learn Adobe After Effects and do animations and stuff like that. and work with templates. And another business, well, I'll talk about the business that I'm running right now, which is Jaywalk Media, which is the content agency. Through that, I learned how to run ads, paid ads. I learned a lot more about video. I thought I knew stuff about video, but I really learned how to dial in my camera settings, how to use multiple different cameras, how to do storytelling, copywriting. That business I learned the most because I also had to learn how to sell. And selling is a skill that can seem daunting at first, but if you get even remotely decent at it or average, it actually is very empowering. You feel like, okay, now I'll never be broke. When I learned how to sell, I felt like, okay, I'll never be broke again because I can always come up with a product, service, and convince someone to buy it. And I'm still doing that today. And we're always selling ourselves. I mean, we're always selling. We're selling ourselves, whether it's a job interview, we're selling ourselves to relationships, to potential partners. You're always selling. It's just all selling is helping someone make a decision that they already wanted to make. That's what it is. That's my definition. Selling is not some slimy persuasion thing. Although it can be used for that, that's not what it is for me. But yeah, I failed at so many different businesses because I didn't make an ROI. But through that, I learned so much. And I am treating this YouTube channel like a business. I approach everything like a business. In my mind, at least I do, because I want to make progress, and I have this desired reality that I'm creating in my mind, and I'm embodying it, so that's a huge reason why I'm here today showing up, because I'm trying to separate myself from the reality which I thought was me, and my new reality is a full-time, oh damn, the new Toyota Land Cruiser, the new Toyota Land Cruiser 5. Sorry, I really like cars. I have a Honda Civic right now. Nothing glamorous. But that's because I made a lot of bad financial choices in the past. And my new reality that I'm creating, I don't make bad financial choices. My new reality that I'm currently living, I show up to the YouTube channel every day to talk to you guys. I go to the gym, how I'm going now. I only surround myself with the right people. Like, I'm going to a family friend's house after the gym, and I'm talking about some content with them. They both own their businesses. They're both millionaires. So I'm living a different reality, and that's what I want you to do. Whoever you are out there, start living your desired reality. Let go of the past. Yesterday and today, you can be two different people. You can be two different people. Do you know how powerful that is? You don't even have to identify with the person you were yesterday. Fuck all the mistakes that you made. Fuck all the bad decisions that you made. Fuck all the bad relationships that you've invested into. You don't have to do that anymore. You can decide today. When you decide to choose your new reality, your subconscious mind has no choice but to start manifesting things in that world. But the longer you identify with the old you, that's all you're gonna create. So if you say, oh, I'm Michael with bad relationships, bad financial decisions, if you believe that in your heart, that's all you're gonna get. You're just gonna get more of that. So trick yourself. Live in an almost new delusion. In my opinion, it's kind of fun. Like, for the past week, I feel like I had an epiphany. For the past week, when I finally got the balls to just get in front of this camera and let go of all my ego that was telling me, oh, you're a cinematographer, everything has to be cinematic, and you gotta just, have perfect lighting, perfect audio. When I let go of that and I just showed up to this camera, everything changed. Everything changed. So what I'm saying is, live in a delusion and trick yourself that you are a new person. Let go of the old you, erase it from your brain. And I know you're probably like, okay, how do you just wake up and erase it? Well, see, to create this new identity is really about subtraction. Your life is already full of shit, and your life is complicated because you have too many things. It's not about adding more to the plate, it's about removing. So it's a subtraction method. So the best way to kind of give yourself some time to create this new identity is meditation, mindfulness. Just quiet your mind, let go. Just imagine yourself like you're just a little speck of dust in the universe. That's all you are. You're not good, you're not bad, you're not here, you're nor there. You just are, you exist. Let go of all identities that you think you are, and then tell yourself what you want to be and start to act like that. So me, what I'm doing is I want to be a full-time content creator. See, that's my old programming. I am a full-time content creator. So I show up to this YouTube channel every day and just drop videos like this. I'm fit, and I'm going to the gym right now to get more fit. I'm an entrepreneur, so I'm going to go spark up a conversation after the gym about a deal. And this is the life that I live. It's simple. It's not overcomplicated. I just only place my attention on these things, and I keep speaking it because the more I speak it and the more time I invest into it, the more real it is. And you can do the same. Stick around with me on this journey because, bro, I'm not about to stop posting videos like this. Like, I'm telling you, I had an epiphany and I'm a different person. So, as magical and majestic as it may sound, that's how it feels to me. And you could feel this way too, but you got to commit to it. You have to commit to it. One of the main things you got to do is the people in your life that are telling you to not do it, you got to cut them off. If they're telling you not to pursue your goals and your dreams, it's out of their own fear and lack. And deep down inside, they probably want to do the same as you. They just don't have the courage, the strength, or the knowledge to do it. So you have the knowledge. You're different. That's why you clicked on this video right here today. I don't even know what the thumbnail is yet, but that's why you clicked on this video here today, because you have the information. Something in you was supposed to see this, and after this, you're gonna start. That's my only goal with these videos, is after you see me, after you catch me yapping, you just start. Because it was one video that actually made me start. After probably thousands of videos I consumed. Thousands. I mean, I watch YouTube every day. Thousands of videos I consumed. It was just one that really made me lock in. So, that's all I got for you guys today. I'm just getting to the gym. Pre-workout is starting to make me itchy. And yeah, I'm about to do a leg workout. And hopefully in the future I can actually start making some fitness content, because that would be lit. I love the gym. Like, the gym saved my life. You want to get rich? Go to the gym. You want to get fit? Go to the gym. You want to find a wife? Go to the gym. You want to get a better life? Go to the gym. That's my solution, honestly. This is like my therapeutic, well, I'm squeezing into a tight ass space. This is like my kind of therapeutic time where I get to just work on myself. But yeah, man, this new reality I'm living is pretty lit. It's pretty lit. I'm not gonna lie. I've been waking up excited again, and that's kind of all I wanted, man. If you could wake up excited and be passionate and energetic about the life that you're living, you're winning, man. You're successful. And I know I say man, but man or woman, girl, sis, whatever you want to be called. Yeah. So start today. Stop wasting time before you go off. Before I end this video, just start today. Like, why wait another day? Don't overcomplicate it like I did for 10 years. Don't start and stop 10 different businesses. Pick one and really double down on it, and make sure it's authentic to you. Sending positive vibes your way. I'm out.